Soon after I lost my job, things in my life just fell apart. I was losing hope, I was losing faith, and my businesses at that time, I wasn't involved yet with online marketing, so my businesses at the time were in this roller coaster. I mean, it was like they would go up and start making money, and then suddenly they would drop down, and nothing would happen. No money would be made. And it really was like, here we go, here we go, here we go! Oh, 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 here we go, here we go, here we go! Oh! And that's really what life had become. But those drops, they were painful. You know, I would go sometimes a month without making a dime. And meanwhile, I had a mortgage to pay. I had food to buy. I had bills to pay. I started fearing and getting worried, you know, am I going to get out of this? Am I going to get out of this hole? Or am I going to lose it all? I worked so hard for all this. Eventually, it took its toll on me, and it brought me down. It brought me way down. I started to give up. I got to the point where I was so depressed, I didn't have any faith in anything. I didn't believe in anything. I didn't even believe in myself anymore. I didn't even believe in my dreams. I finally reached a point where I just gave up. And not only did I give up, my soul gave up and my body gave up. I couldn't even walk anymore. I'd have to hold the walls just to move from one room to another because I had no strength in me. And that is a weird feeling. When you truly reach the point where you just give up on everything. It is a weird feeling, and what happens to you and what happens to your body. I ended up going to bed and staying there for days on end. I didn't see the point of getting up. And maybe every third day I'd get up to check my emails and see that there were no sales made, no money made. Finally, by the end of the week, I knew that I had no choice. I had to go buy food. You know, I ran out. At the same time, I realized that I hadn't checked my mailbox in a while. It's probably full. So I go to my mailbox, and there's a handwritten envelope, you know, and I think that's a little weird because most envelopes are typed out, and who would write me? So I pull out the envelope from the mailbox, and I open it up, and inside is this folded letter. I don't know who it's from. There's no return address or anything. Now, at this point in time, you know, not only have I given up on myself, I've given up on humanity. I had already been scammed about 2 or 3 times, and that really bothered me because I noticed that as a person who was out of work, I was being targeted more. And that was bothering me. It's like, how could people be that nasty and target people who are hurting and suffering or who have lost a job? You know, why would you target those people? I'm going to read you this letter. Again, I don't know who this is. I don't know how they found me. And I found it very strange that this letter would show up while I was going through what I was going through at a time when I had given up. Hi, Michael. You don't know me, but I have, at times, read a few of your stories, etc. online. They were inspiring and prompted me to send this to you. I know that life is not giving you the dreams you want at this time. Please reread your own words and be inspired by them. They are a wonderful view on life. Recently in my own life, I had to take a detour from the dreams that I wanted. Was it difficult? Sure. But sometimes life takes away choice, and you are left with proverbial lemons to make lemonade. I've been blessed with people who care about me, who have helped me when I did not think I could make it on my road. I know you are blessed with the same thing. I am sending this gift card to Pay It Forward, to let you know people care. To thank the karma gods in life for the strength given to me by people I know, and so often, even strangers. Please forgive this small intrusion into your life. Hang in there. A stranger with good intentions. I don't know who sent that. They didn't sign their name. I know the town it came from because of the post office that it originated from, but other than that, I don't know who it could be. But it's so interesting to me that this would show up at the time that it did, when I had given up. I gave up on myself. I gave up on hope. I stopped believing. And I stopped believing in humanity. You know, I started to doubt, that are there really good people left out in this world? The way I lost my job wasn't in a pleasant way. I would have liked to have left that job by giving them my notice and shaking their hands and saying, hey, thanks for giving me a place to work for all these years. I appreciate it. I always had this thought in my mind that one day I would send them a package and it would be a copy of all of my movies and it would be my thanks to them for giving me a job. And I'd say, hey guys, I want to just share some of this with you. Here's some t-shirts and hats from my movie company and some movie posters and some DVDs and things like that. And I like that thought. And they could pass it around to everybody in the office and it'd be a cool thing to do. That's how I thought I would have left that job. That was my plan. But instead, I was deceived and betrayed and treated like pure garbage and then kicked out as if I was a used dirty diaper. And I lost hope in humanity because if these guys could change and be that way, anybody could. These guys were generous guys, nice guys. They ran a good company. And then in the last 2 years in that place, they crapped all over it. And they crapped all over their employees. This letter renewed my faith in people. This letter gave me hope again. It helped me start believing again. And I decided not to go back to bed and not stay depressed, but to fight forward. That's how I got involved in online marketing. That's what led me here. It was that time frame between losing my job, finding this letter. A life is definitely not easy, and it is not easy for any of us, and there may be people where you'll look at that guy or that woman and say, wow, they seem happy all the time. Their lives must be easy. It's not. Nobody's life is easy. But the best thing we could do is try to be happy. And when those bad things happen, just try to deal with it in a decent way and not let it bother you, not let it bring you down. And people will always try to bring you down. Always. There are people who get off on that. You just stay strong. You keep your head held up high, and you fight. You fight for what you believe in. You fight for yourself. You fight for your family. You fight for the people you love. And you be happy. Never lose faith in yourself. Never lose faith in others. Because you just never know. Even though we may not see these good people all the time, they're still there, and they always will be. They always will be. Thanks for watching.